Who is Kaidon Salter? Get to know Colorado's new QB1 replacing Shedeur Sanders. Just a few days before head coach Deion Sanders and his Colorado squad open up their 2025 campaign against Georgia Tech, Coach Prime has named a starting quarterback. On Tuesday, Colorado announced that Kaidon Salter, who transferred to Colorado this offseason after starting 3 seasons at Liberty, will be the Buffalo's signal caller. Julian Lewis, the highly touted freshman, was competing with Salter for the job and will open the season as the backup. Salter will take over as Colorado's starting quarterback in Coach Deion Sanders' 3rd season in Boulder, and his first without his son, Shedeur Sanders, under center. The Buffaloes also lost two-way star Travis Hunter to the NFL draft in the offseason. Here's what you need to know about Salter before he and Colorado open the season Friday. Who is Kaidon Salter? Salter comes to Colorado after 4 seasons at Liberty, where he had a 58.7% completion percentage, while throwing for 5,887 yards and 56 touchdowns. He also ran for 2,013 yards. After a brief and tumultuous stint at Tennessee, the Texas native found a home at Liberty, where he developed into a dynamic playmaker. Salter's breakout season came in 2023, when he led Liberty to an undefeated regular season and a Conference USA championship. He threw for 2,876 yards and a school record 32 touchdowns while rushing for 1,089 yards and 12 more scores. That performance earned him Conference USA MVP honors, as well as semifinalist recognition for the Maxwell Award and finalist consideration for the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award, which honors the nation's top offensive player from Texas high schools, junior colleges, or universities. Salter's production dipped slightly in 2024, but he still earned honorable mention All-Cusa before entering the transfer portal. He finished his Liberty career with 56 passing touchdowns, the 4th most in school history. Now a senior at Colorado, Salter won a high-profile quarterback competition against Lewis to replace Shedeur Sanders. Why did Kaidon Salter transfer from Liberty? Salter transferred to Colorado by entering the transfer portal during the 2024 to 2025 college football offseason. He committed to the Buffaloes on December 18, 2024, after a brief period in the portal. It's assumed Salter transferred from Liberty was to play his final season at a higher-profile program in a Power 4 conference. After an impressive 2023 season at Liberty where he won conference MVP, Salter was a highly sought-after transfer quarterback. He chose Colorado to compete for the starting job to replace Sanders, seeing the opportunity to play under Coach Prime and in the new-look Big 12. Why did Kaidon Salter transfer from Tennessee? Salter's time at Tennessee ended abruptly due to a series of off-field issues. He was dismissed from the team by head coach Josh Heupel following his second off-field incident within a few months. First, he was among a group of players suspended for their involvement in a dorm room incident in March 2021. He was later reinstated, but in June 2021, Salter was arrested on misdemeanor charges of marijuana possession and driving without a license after police pulled over his vehicle for a taillight violation. When Shedeur Sanders officially stepped away from Colorado's QB1 spot, the same spot that had been his stage for 2 seasons of swagger, highlights, and headlines, the immediate question was simple: who's next? The answer came quickly: Kaidon Salter. But for fans still learning his name, the bigger question is this: who exactly is the young man now charged with guiding Coach Prime's Buffaloes into a new chapter? A journey with twists. Salter's story isn't as polished as some quarterback fairy tales. He didn't glide into stardom untouched by adversity. Instead, his path was winding, marked by transfers, tests of character, and a constant drive to prove he belonged. A 4-star recruit out of Cedar Hill, Texas, Salter's high school career was electric. He was the kind of dual-threat quarterback defenses dreaded, slippery enough to extend plays with his legs, but smart and sharp enough to make defenses pay through the air. In a state where football borders on religion, he became a name you whispered about on Friday nights. His recruitment was buzzing. Tennessee came calling, and it looked like the Volunteers had their quarterback of the future. But life at the next level can be unforgiving. After early off-field struggles, Salter's college path detoured. Many wrote him off, but he didn't write off himself. That's when Liberty University became his stage. The Liberty Redemption. At Liberty, Salter found not only playing time, but redemption. He developed discipline, patience, and the kind of poise quarterbacks can only gain by learning from failure. By the 2023 season, Salter had carved himself into a breakout star. Fans of Group of 5 football will remember the fireworks. Nearly 3,000 passing yards, over 1,000 rushing yards, and a knack for making defenses look silly when they thought they had him cornered. He was elusive, confident, and, most importantly, a leader. What stood out wasn't just the numbers. It was the fire. Teammates rallied around him. Coaches praised his growth. Scouts took notice. The kid many had dismissed was suddenly one of college football's most dangerous quarterbacks. Enter Colorado. So how does a quarterback from Liberty end up as QB1 in Boulder, stepping into the massive shoes of Shedeur Sanders? When Shedeur moved on, Colorado's quarterback room shifted into uncertainty. Coach Kaidon Sanders had built his program around his son's presence, and losing that meant reshaping the entire identity of the offense. In stepped Kaidon Salter, a transfer with scars, skills, and something to prove. Kaidon Sanders didn't mince words when asked why Salter. "Caden's hungry," Coach Prime said. "You can't coach hunger. You can't coach fight. That's in him. And I'll take a fighter every day of the week." The skill set. So what exactly does Colorado have in its new quarterback? 1. Dual-threat dynamism. Salter isn't just a passer or a runner. He's both, and he blurs the line between the two in ways that keep defenses off balance. His legs are a weapon, not just to scramble, but to attack. Designed runs, RPOs, broken plays, Salter thrives in chaos. 2. The deep ball. Though not always mechanically perfect, Salter's deep ball has bite. At Liberty, he hit receivers in stride on plays that flipped the field. Pair him with Colorado's speedy wideouts, and suddenly vertical threats are back in play. 3. Resilience. Perhaps his greatest trait is one you can't measure. Salter has been written off before. He's heard the doubts. But each time he's bounced back. That resilience, especially in a program that knows scrutiny all too well, may be exactly what Colorado needs. The shadow of Shedeur. Of course, no matter what Salter brings, comparisons to Shedeur Sanders will be inevitable. Shedeur's confidence, his ability to stay calm under pressure, and his viral moments of flair made him larger than life. Salter doesn't need to be Shedeur. He needs to be Kaidon. That may mean Colorado looks a little different offensively. With Shedeur, the offense leaned heavily on timing routes and pocket precision. With Salter, expect more mobility, improvisation, and read option creativity. Colorado fans may find themselves holding their breath as plays break down, not in fear, but in anticipation of what Salter might create out of nothing.